South Africans have been thanking President Trump for his recent tweet where he expressed concern over the plague of farm murders in South Africa. They have been taking to social media, making videos and even emailing the White House directly. Yet still, a large portion of the black community and mainstream media refuse to moderate their anti-white racism. To the contrary, mainstream media outlets are doubling down on their anti-white rhetoric. They are pushing back against US President Trump's comments regarding South African farmers last week by claiming murders and land grabs are not happening, or saying that affects all communities and therefore is nothing to be concerned about. It is a centuries-long tradition for Europeans to count their dead and fallen. Just because other communities do not want to count their dead and fallen does not mean whites shouldn't. In that regard, we are still not able to ascertain a figure of just how many black or colored farmers have been tortured and murdered in such a brutal manner. Does the ANC regime not know, or are they just not telling because they know it will expose the truth that the numbers are far out of proportion?
Mainstream media outlets are pushing back on the president's comments regarding South African farmers. They're claiming murders and land grabs are not happening. One America's Jack Posobiec has more.
We're very happy to welcome to One American News today Renee Kruger, who's a young Boer living in South Africa, who had a video that went absolutely viral yesterday on Twitter, all across social media. It was called the Boer Testimony. It was a hashtag campaign talking about the truth about what's going on in South Africa. And I really appreciated your video because I saw the President Trump, our president, just tweeted about this last week, and now more and more of these videos are coming out. So can you tell me, what were you talking about in the video and what really led to you making it?
It was such good news when President Donald Trump tweeted about South Africa, for us here knowing that someone acknowledges what is going on in South Africa. And it was like everyone, all the Afrikaners were just so happy about this tweet. And then I saw in the media, it was like South African farmers saying Trump must leave us the hell alone, and that he took the red pill and he believes in racist narratives and ridiculous headlines like that. And I just realized that it is so fake and it is not true at all. It is not a narrative. It is unfortunately true. I wish it was a narrative, but it stares us in the face each day that it is not. It is true. We're all being slaughtered. We're all being victimized. So that is why I made the video.
If you could go a little deeper, though, and tell us what is the truth about what's happening there in your home in South Africa to the farmers and to the Boer?
The whole time you have to think about what is safe, what is not safe, what safety measures can I take to ensure my safety. And then, unfortunately, it's true that every day we hear about a farm attack, and these farm attacks are brutal. It is terrible. It is definitely a hate crime. There is this vibe between people of different skin color again, which there wasn't necessarily.
Now, does it look like the government is going to follow through with their plan? They call it land reform. Other people are calling it land stealing.
They are saying that they actually are going to reconsider the land expropriation without compensation. But then they are still saying that they still want to clarify that they are not going to just dismiss the whole idea. They are still going to go through with it to ensure that the wrongdoing by colonialists and apartheid will be restored. I just wish that the people in our country would actually just take a moment and look at the history and realize that they should change the whole idea about taking back land that we stole because we didn't steal it.
What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen for the Boer if the government continues down this path and continues with their plan?
It's not going to just be a peaceful thing where they take the land. There will be definite military pushback.
Wow. Well, hopefully more stories like yourself, more people making the Boer testimony videos, we won't lead to that kind of situation, and that won't happen. I want to thank you so much, Renee, for sitting down with us and for letting our audience know the truth about what's going on in South Africa.
The shots rang out. It was just bullets everywhere. It was a war zone. My husband said, "No, please, my friend, just take what you want. You can take anything, just leave us alone." My little girl put up her hand and she said, "But I've got a piggy bank. You can take my money." My husband said to them, "Please." And the one guy said, "Oh, just kill him, brother." and they shot him between the eyes in front of us. Our little boy was born 5 days after Daddy's funeral.
They came with an iron, you know, a normal clothing iron. They burned me on my leg, telling him that they're going to hurt me if he doesn't open the safe. And he tried again, and then they burned him on his back. I'm out of hospital, but he's still in ICU.
I was shot 2 times here and once here in the neck, and it went outside my head. Yeah, you just feel that burning feeling, and it's a hell of an impact. This stuff is happening every day in my farms.